people in banking, in the banking sector, need to act professionally with professionalism. It is fundamentally important to society, the economy, employment, everything that goes on in this country and worldwide, that they understand the importance of what they do and their role in it, and how they need to work with their colleagues to achieve a good outcome, both for customers, other stakeholders, and the organisation for which they work. We will be working with the professional bodies, we will be working with the banks and building societies to get them again to value professional training and qualifications and the professional bodies to which people do and should join.
I'll just pick one really current example, which is the senior manager regime. So if we think about SMR, which many of you will I'm sure, be involved in implementing in your banks, there's two ways of looking at the training or knowledge requirement for SMR. One is a sort of legalistic, tell me what I need to do to demonstrate that I have shown the right duty of care and reasonable measures in my work. The other is that you take those same senior leaders and you say, well, let's talk about how you provide a sense of purpose to your team so that they're really clear on the outcomes that you seek for all of your stakeholders. How do you coach them through performance challenges? What scenarios do you use to check in and see how they're working? If they're underperforming, how do you manage those sorts of... So SMR, just as a very small example of how do you use a piece of regulation to actually upskill leadership to bring a common standard to some of these sort of leadership capabilities, I think it can be a great help.
I think learning, development, etc., has a huge role to play in that, to make sure, again, I come back to the word alignment, to make sure what we do is actually driving in the right direction. As an organisation, we were one of the first organisations to really take the chartered bank, the foundation standards as to what does good banking look like to heart, and all our customer-facing colleagues have gone through and achieved the foundation standard. It's a very important part of our cultural journey.